guys, how are you? It's been a month of Sundays, I know, but welcome back, everybody, to Tarot Talk Live. My name is Catherine, and also I go as Queen Cancer Tarot, and She Reads Tarot. Both of my other channel links are below. Please go and subscribe to both of my other channels and make sure you are hashtagging win so you can be included on the uh, giveaway for a free reading with me. All right. And those of you who would like to book a reading with me, all of my information is below. Please go to my website. All right. So, y'all, this is going to be a different spin. So, y'all remember a little bit a while back, I did a conspiracy theory episode on this situation with Tamar and Mendices. um, and the situation with Funky Dineva and the evening in question that left Funky in pretty much disarray. All right, because he was part of a plot. He was used, okay, as a pawn in a scheme that was already premeditated by someone who apparently does this, okay, for a living. And y'all know the reading that I did with Tamar. If you don't, go and check it out. It's in the playlist under conspiracy theories. Go and check it out. Y'all will know when you see the thumbnail, okay? And so it's probably important that I go back and watch it too, so I can also look at the events that are taking place now. But y'all, couldn't have imagined that it would get any messier. And first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers go out to Funky in his recent diagnosis, and definitely praying that he finds complete and full healing and recovery, body, mind, and soul and spirit, and that I am definitely hoping he makes a full recovery. But I had to say that first because I just found out about that. So I can't go any further with this situation without mentioning that. Okay. And also giving all props to Funky Dineva. Please go and check out the full episode that he aired when he went over this situation, because he touched on some very important topics and points that I think are important for Black men and just period. So go and check it out. Go and check Funky Dineva out. All right. Um, and listen, I just come on here and do what I do, right? I don't ruffle with any feathers, but this is a situation that I feel like is just completely out of control. Out of control, out of control. And I feel like a lot of it comes from trauma. And I'm only saying it because I have also experienced trauma as a child. So I know what it looks like when you are running through it and looking for a place to make it all make sense. And Tamar is still in that toxic cycle of running through it. You know what I'm saying? So she hasn't even begun to even recognize that she needs to heal, let alone, admit it. So it's a whole mess with her. And I will agree with that, but because I've seen it and know it and experienced it. Okay. So I'm not here to bash another female, Black woman, anybody's child, anybody's mama, nothing like that, sister, brother, cousin, anything like that. But to run a whole campaign as if you didn't do anything wrong and you are out here stepping with this woman's man is a whole nother situation, because first of all, I'm very touchy about that situation as well, and I don't agree with it. Okay. I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, you stick to that. And we were all meant to be here with our respective person. And if not, we were meant to be and remain single and celibate. So therefore, it shouldn't be none of this mess that goes on in society, but it does because we break the rules. And because of that, we have to suffer the consequences. And Tamar should know better than anybody. The person that gets up on stage and, like everybody says, sings those sad, battered, abused, victimized victim songs, and then we'll get on the other foot and talk about how God brought you through, and this, that, and the third, and it's God this and God that. Well, you're the first person to know about it. You set up in some of the front pews in church, apparently, to understand the concept. To be violating it in such a way, in such a blatant way, is a violation to God's law, and you're playing in his face. Honestly, this whole representative thing that you have with this company that you a spokesman for, what is that about, Tamar? What is that about? If you so celibate, if you're doing all the things, what is that about? What kind of message are you actually sending? Okay. And to the young girls, okay. And you don't claim that this whole cop out excuses, I didn't ask to be a role model. You asked to be a role model the minute you stepped on a stage. The minute you stepped on a stage and picked up a microphone and did what every little girl does when they're 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, and wanting to become something that they see on stage, doing what you do. That is the minute you become a role model. So it's bullshit when people say this, right? So that excuse is out for you. Okay. Even your own sisters, which are all older than you, because you're the youngest, definitely have had negative things to say. And for me, y'all, this hits home in a whole nother way, because I'll tell you one thing, my sister, who is 10 years older than me, I don't know not one time in my existence, okay, that I ever heard anybody come back to me and say that my sister said anything derogatory about me. If anything, my sister was either defending me, she was either pulling me to the side and letting me know. Like, there was never any shade when it came to my sister. I'm sorry that I thought that, for me, I thought that the word sister meant do or die till you die and beyond. And there's no exceptions. I don't really know anything on the other side of that. So the fact that there's so much shade and nastiness and vindictiveness and jealousy, it's okay to have like little spats and arguments and this and that. Yes, me and my sister will definitely have memories of her telling me about myself or what I need to and not to do, and and me getting mouthy with her. Well, not really. I don't know that I've ever really done that, but I think I have spoke my mind a time or two, but never really gotten smart with my sister because I just respect her so much. I don't get it. She's more like a step down from my mother. Like, I don't know. I feel like when my mother wasn't able to come after me, she sent my sister to come for me. So, there's just a different level there. And I don't care if we were just a couple years apart, there would still be this severe respect that I have for her and she has for me, that I can't understand the level of grossness that occurs on the reality show from what I have seen. And I haven't seen anything recent, and I have heard it has gotten so nasty that I could only really be disgusted at this point, because I was disgusted even back then. Okay. When the other sister was here, y'all. And I just think, God rest her soul, I just think that it's just sad to see, and you have that many sisters and have that much bad blood going on. Oh, and you're apparently supposed to be really, really close to Tony, but then y'all even got some things that are kind of like questionable. I would never, you know what I'm saying, even imagine, or either way, me talking to my sister's boyfriends or my sister talking to mine. That's not even a thing. First of all, that's not a thing. Okay. And tell me it has anything to do with Hollywood. And yeah, no, absolutely not. No, there's morals and then there's not morals, right? And that's why I feel like there's a situation that goes far deeper with the trauma that Tamar must have experienced that causes her to need to act out in this way. I don't know that it came out in the reading that I did. I don't even know that I touched on this with her, but there is definitely something that is lacking. Okay. Um, Hold on one second. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, there's something that's lacking, something missing. And there's also some childhood trauma, some knowledge of trauma. There's something attached to that acting out and erraticness and that lack of clear thinking that she does. This whole come up with a video movie shoot at the last minute to cover up an infidelity and my raunchy behavior is also another thing. And y'all, and when I included, because I did do a piece in one of the readings that I did on just Yandy's take on it, because I love Yandy. I definitely have respect for her as a, a reality celebrity star, because she's very professional and very ladylike and classy, and I just like her style. And she's a hustler. Okay, come to find out, the girl, the woman, has hustle in her. So to know that this leech that she fell in love with, like us empaths usually do. And I feel like Andy might be a Cancer, but I don't know. I'm going to check to see what her zodiac is. She's either a Leo because she's so pretty, or a Cancer because I feel like her heart is really big. Um, I just think it's just unfortunate that she ended up with such a slime ball as Mendices. And then the other thing about it, with the name like Mendices, like, do you really think that his character is lining up? I do. And I think that he feels that he's some sort of above, like, the law when it comes to getting away with things. He thinks that he's some sort of baby face. Somebody told him he looks like Babyface, and he thought that was like a good thing. I'm not going to sit here and, like, you know, let's just skip on past it. He's irrelevant. The thing is, he's a slime ball. And unfortunately, Tamar is lacking a lot. And so, therefore, she allowed the slime ball to come in to make a fool out of her, basically. Because that's exactly what he's done right now. And I don't think that I even want to listen to Tamar's new album because of this entire situation. The way that she did Funky Dineva was so hideous and disgusting and just like witchy. Like, that's some old evil, like, that's some old nasty. Like, you befriended this kid. And I'm calling Funky Dineva kid. He probably older than me. No, he's not. He's younger than me. But the deal, where is he? I think he said he's 42, so he's younger than me. But the thing is, I feel like he's a kid in her circles. You know what I mean? Because she's this big celebrity superstar. You know what I'm saying? With this access and this and that. And you would think that she would be able to have other means available to her to create a scene. Instead, she used this kid that was just really, like he said, super interested in being her friend because he was super intrigued by the idea of a Tamar. Like, who wouldn't be? And the fact of knowing how his energy was and knowing that she was a lost cause and that he could probably really bring some positivity into her life and really change her as an artist. Like, I don't think he was looking to change her, y'all. But what I'm saying was the friend that he knew and was confident that he felt like, and this is me speaking on behalf of what I heard in his conversation. He felt like he would be absolutely what she needed to bring her back into a very positive center. Okay. Like almost grounding for this young lady. Do you know what I mean? Because she needed that, because she was literally in a den of of thieves and wolves and playing with fire for fame, clicks, and views. Okay. And she's still doing it, and she used him doing it. So y'all just check this out for yourself. So we're going to get into the interview that he did, just explaining what I feel is interesting is just let's just watch the beginning part of it, because it's going to show the interview that Tamar did recently with someone named L'Oreal. I don't know who she is, but apparently she's a blogger, and she's also sounds like she's a friend of Tamar that's been in Tamar's house, because of the way that Tamar was like talking. You could tell that this was like a friend, and they were like, okay, I'm going to get on your show, and then we're going to talk where I'm going to, talk about this. And it was like an agreeable situation, and then she got on her show. So she really kind of used this platform as a way to take a dig. I feel I feel like she used this platform to take a dig at Funky Dineva again, to kind of refan the flames. I feel like Tamar knew what she was doing from the very beginning in day one. And day one, I don't think that it had anything to do with setting up Funky. It's more so it was her cover in doing what she wanted to do with this man who was already in a committed relationship, and she knew it was wrong. And then she used Dineva as collateral damage, okay, to be like this secret, unbeknownst to him, wingman situation that she put him in, using his birthday. I'm out of words. Like, you claim you are a friend, and that you are reaching out to me as a friend and wanting to take me out as a friend on my birthday because it's my birthday, when all the entire while you knew that you wanted to use this as an opportunity to provide a cover for a night out, bottle service in VIP, booed up in public with somebody else's man. Y'all, I'm done. Take the wheel. I'm telling you right now, this is exactly what happened. And then she never anticipated. What she didn't anticipate was First of all, I think, like Dineva had expressed, there was some private citizens, didn't have anything to do with YouTube, vlogging, the networks, nothing like that. They saw her in Mendices and she tried to duck off, and they saw this. And what I feel is that she was afraid this was going to hit the internet. She was afraid that it was going to hit the internet in a scandalous way. And what she tried to do was circumvent that by creating a hoax, just like your good old boy D. Trump, creating a hoax to divert the attention of what was really happening, and brought it out that, oh, this is what was going on. And yes, this person was there, but he was there because of his involvement in my upcoming project. And it was all a bunch of friends that were all together. No, all the friends didn't stay together. Dineva expressed the fact that he left, baby, when you got back to your apartment. It was like, okay, bye, see ya, because everybody knew what time it was. You knew this man wasn't going to come up in your house and you boot up with some. I wish my friend would try to come in blocking anything on me when I'm have a my person and me are coming back home and to do Netflix and chill. It's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, girl. I'm with Dineva. He was like, all right, girl. And he called a whole nother group of friends, to my understanding. He went and did a whole nother thing. Okay. Only to find out, I don't know if it was the next day or 2 days later or whenever it was like that Sunday morning or whatever. Turns out all this shit happened. So like he didn't know. He just knew he was following girl code. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, don't come for funky right now, y'all. This is where I have to split hairs and where it doesn't even matter, right? Because I'm just a little old me, but I feel like there's a millions and millions of little old me's that also share the same exact opinion. Why? Because it's the truth. Don't play with me. Go check out the readings that I did. This girl's got issues. Okay. Bunky Dineva is not just some drama queen that wanted this scandal to occur. He tried to play this off. He literally sat there and was kind of like, I don't know what that lady, he tried to completely disconnect himself from the situation to a point where y'all was like, okay, we get it. You don't have nothing to do with nothing. You don't know nothing. I don't I don't know nothing. I ain't see nothing. I'm just, leave me out of it. Okay. That's what he tried to do while blowing this chick up on the back end, y'all. He came out here and told y'all what he did. He blew her up to get the info. And then she was like in the hospital. So that's why he was like, backing off, because maybe she did just die, because he didn't know. Last time he saw the lady, she was fine and slurring her words and going to finish the party upstairs in her apartment with Mendices. The last he knew, it was probably party favors and everything else. The last he knew, he tried to tell us, yo, without even saying. And I think there's also other things. And he has alluded to the fact in this very piece that you all are getting ready to watch with me, that he has already, like, there are other things that he is still trying to shield this child. He is still trying to shield her from harm. that you can't come back from type itch. So if you can only imagine that the stuff that we're finding out about now is coming out like hot fish grease, you could only imagine the real truth that's being hid. Listen to this here, you guys.
I'm finna move on to a story that I'm still up in the air about how I'm gonna respond to Tamar. Okay, but Tamar recently did an interview with L'Oreal, and I don't know. She just did something I didn't like. Take a look.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there, y'all. First of all, look at her face. She gave that girl a look like there was a look of acknowledgement that was passed back and forth between the two of them in this moment. Do you see what I'm saying? So the thing is that we are already trying to be messy. And I don't even know how many seconds in we are here at this point of this interview. What is this called? The Jasmine brand. Okay. All I know is that the girl's name is L'Oreal. Okay. So, okay, so you are already being messy. Y'all have already discussed how this is gonna go. Don't play. I know y'all done rehearsed this down to the wire. We already know what's going to be said, and we already know what is going to be spun and the way we're going to spin it. And Tamar doesn't waste any time. You see, she has a purpose. So let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
So first of all, we ain't even gonna touch on that. You thought he was your friend. No, the reason why we're not gonna touch on that is because you feel guilty. You see how she is looking right now? Look at her facial expression, you guys. Just look at her facial expression. For me, this is somebody who feels guilty. They are guilty because he thought that you were becoming his friend. What would it matter, Tamar? You're the big million platinum whatever recording artist, sister of Tony Braxton, another multi, platinum recording artist, and a family that is also very much celebrity in their own right. And you are sitting here telling me that it really mattered. It really hurt you that you thought that Funky Dineva, a YouTube blogger that probably blogged about you, you thought that he was a friend. Let's keep listening, y'all.
I came home like I would normally do. Well, you kind of know the spiel. I come home, I'll take a shower, I'll wash my face, I'll come back in the kitchen.
Okay. So you see how she was like, and you know how I do. I come back in the kitchen. So basically, she was saying to the girl, like, you've been over my house before. You know how we get down. And I'll go back in the back. And then when I'm good, I come back out. I wash my face. I change my clothes. I do my whole routine. And I come back out in the kitchen. So she's downplaying the situation as if it was just a regular old evening with friends. And we were just going to kick back and enjoy ourselves and have fun and, yeah.
We'll have, have more.
Okay, so
He was starting to stutter, y'all, before he cut it off. And I thought it was so funny how he cut her ass off right in the beginning and then got into the roast of the century. Y'all, listen to this.
Oh, the rest of the interview is irrelevant. Tamar, I'm gonna speak to you directly. I never wanted what transpired between me and you to transpire. I didn't. In this moment, it's still not something that I'm very proud of. And I honestly wish that I could go back a couple months and we could be in the place that we were before this happened. But what I can't tolerate is the sly shade, the sly messiness.
Okay, so what he is talking about here with the sly shade and the sly messiness, like you hear Tamar, her voice, like in the beginning, like how she was like the whole birthday party. First of all, I went to a birthday party, and then she down dropped it a notch. No, then she tried to put herself in the forefront and said that I gave a friend a birthday party, like putting herself in the mix. Like, you didn't give anybody anything. You showed up and you brought some hype. Because you were in the building with this person. I don't even feel like it was like you paid for everything. And he probably was like, they probably were like, drinks on the house or, whatever, because it's Tamar. Like, they probably thought like, okay, this is like good advertising for our business. So we're going to give y'all a show up time. And she, so it wasn't like she went all out and made plans and, like, a month ago that this was in the works because she knew that your birthday was coming up and she wanted to do something because you were such a friend. She tried to put herself in the beginning and make herself look like a hero. Like she threw a birthday party for a good friend, and look at what this good friend has done to her. Come on now.
And this thing that you do just enough. You do just enough that when somebody calls you on it, then you can dip your hands back and be like, I didn't do nothing. What? I didn't do nothing. I didn't say the person's name. Okay, you started out with...
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about it?
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party.
Okay, so first of all, y'all see how she just kind of like looked over, like that's somebody that's searching. You're making up shit as it goes, Tamar, and you know it. You're making it up.
I gave a friend a birthday.
She's stuttering. She's trying to like weigh her words so that they don't come back and slap her in the damn face, because she knows that 99% of it is lies. Yes, it was Funky Dineva's birthday. Yes, you did call him on the phone and say, let's meet up here. And you brought his birthday up to him as if that would further promote him doing something that he mentioned he didn't even really want to do in the first place. So the fact was, and he probably knew that this was like some little weird Spanish schematics that you were pulling, because he already said he was a part of this old uncomfortable situationship that you had going on with this man. Okay, on more than one occasion. This wasn't the first time that he has inserted himself in y'all outings. So my whole thing was he was probably starting to feel like, okay, this is a trend. And like, is she like using me as some like wingman? I'm sure. Because he's probably very highly intuitive himself. I don't know if he's a Cancer, but I'm going to find out what his sign is while I'm finding out what people's signs are. But I think that he picked up on her-ish. She called on his birthday. He didn't really want to get into it because he knew that it really wasn't about his birthday when it came to that phone call. It was about something else she had going on. And sure as shitting, they show up at wherever, and then he's there. This Mendici person. Let's move on. Let's go on.
Birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't like that at all, because I'm telling you to your damn face, you was a bold-faced, bald-headed, goddamn liar.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to pause on that one because he cracks me up.
Okay? That night was never about me. You and Zoe and...
You see what I'm saying? I told you. He knew from jump that night was not about his birthday. It wasn't about him. It wasn't about... She already had this premeditated plan to do what she was going to do, baby. Because she wanted to be with that man. Let's keep going.
All the rest of them, y'all was looking for something to eat. Y'all called me and was asking me what was there to eat up in my direction. I said everything up my way closed. I was like, we could always go to Roof Chris. Y'all said, fuck it, meet me at Roof Chris. I met y'all at Roof Chris. You and Zoe. In comes walking Mendicis and his homeboy.
See? Now, this is a trend, okay? This, like, he just showed up randomly, showed up where you were for the 4th or 5th time since, you guys have started being friends and hanging out together. He's seeing this man from Love and Hip Hop, Yandy's man, showing up on you at odd hours of the night. Okay.
Now, this is the 3rd time that me and you have been hanging out, and out of nowhere, here comes Mendicis.
Okay, so there it is. This is the 3rd time, you guys, that they have been hanging out, and in walks Mendicis, unannounced, unprompted, on anything. He just coming up out the woodworks.
Okay, now you can make of that whatever the hell you want to make of it. Okay, I was tired. I wanted to go home. Y'all said we going over here to Sauce in Buckhead. Meet us at Sauce. I said, y'all, I really don't want to go. I drive my car over to Sauce. By the time I get to Sauce, Zoe calls and says, Tamar said, just leave your car at her house and we're going to go to V12. I didn't even want to go. You didn't throw me no party, love. Why?
Okay, so once again, he is reiterating to everybody in the entire world that at no point was this ever a specialized, even an impromptu birthday party, bitch. Because if this was a birthday party, where's my cake at? Where is my cake? Where's the gifts? Okay, let's keep going.
Why are you doing this? Why is it so important for you to create this narrative like you were doing something for a friend and a friend did you so wrong?
And I don't, y'all, I would probably bet money that one of her songs on that damn new album that she has, it's probably going to be one of the first releases. It's got something to do with some snake friend of hers that threw her under the bus, okay, or tried to out her to the public about someone, or there's someone that was like, it was like a relationship that was so taboo, but we just felt so magnetically attracted to one another that we did this, even creating schemes for the blogs so that we can have an opportunity to do what we do. Like, it's gonna be nasty, and I feel like she's trying to get people to buy into this narrative because she has written about it in her music, and she knows that this is what people do now. They want to talk about or have something salacious and then have something that they can, do research and put their own innuendos and 2 cents that she'll give you, like you said, just enough. She'll give you just enough information to where when this hits the fan, then she can just like pull it back and be like, I didn't say that. I wasn't there,
Okay. So now you and Mendices sneaking and dealing around. Mendices was behind us at the V12. Okay. He just didn't want to walk in, or they had arranged it because he didn't want to be caught up all in the mix.
See that? They had arranged it. Okay. This was a premeditated situation. He's telling y'all right now what happened. He was already there. Mendices didn't just randomly show up on location to run into her. They knew that they would be there together that night. Listen.
If you were throwing Quentin a party, Tamar, the sign would have said Quentin. The sign would have said Funky Dineva on it. Okay? Now, in fairness, it was my birthday week, and maybe in your mind, you were saying, let's go out and continue to hang for your birthday, or it's your birthday, let's hang. But to create this narrative
that she gave him a party, y'all. This is the difference. Like, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. Like, seriously, it's totally believable for somebody to say, my girl called me and she was like realizing, girl, it's your birthday week. Let's go and turn up. We need to keep turning. You know what I mean? Like, that's a completely believable situation. But this head girl is telling people that I gave a friend a birthday party. First she lied, and then she relied. You see what I'm saying? She went to a birthday party. No. I gave a friend a birthday party. No. No, that's not the way it went. Keep going.
That you went to throw a birthday party for a friend, and this friend did you so wrong. That's not right, Tamar, and it's not fair to me, and my feelings are hurt behind it. My feelings are really hurt behind you trying to create this narrative. And here is what the situation is, my love. For whatever reason, you being Tamar Braxton that you are, you like running to the internet and stirring up mess and confusion and drama. It's what you like. There is no real world where anybody busts out the front of their damn mouth and then start talking about they woke up in a pool of blood and they almost died. I did not play it in this interview, but at the time in which you went to the internet, you said you woke up in a pool of blood and almost died. In this interview with L'Oreal, you mentioned that you were home with David or somebody, and they said we need to call the ambulance, and you were like, no, we're not calling no ambulance, which suggests to me that you did not almost die. Okay, but now
he's doing a very, very much side-by-side comparison of her lies. Okay. And it's also very clear, y'all, come on, like, she got kids. Okay. And she's not about to sit here and think she's in a life or death situation and she's not going to call for help. Okay. Or call her children or call her parents or anybody. And both her parents are still here, from what I know, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So my thing is, I just think it's crazy to me. Keep going.
Now, since you want to be like this, let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendices had in front of me. Okay. All of that, you at the music video shoot.
Okay. Pause. There he is. Now, this is where the gloves come off. This is where I feel, to me, it goes into beyond a friendship, because we were friends, Tamar, and I did keep your dirty little secrets, basically. But you know what? I was never comfortable with it. That's what he's basically saying right now to the world. Good morning, America. But this has been going on. I've been feeling uncomfortable, and now I get a chance to pretty much air my dirty laundry because she didn't come to save me. Listen.
Your booty shorts sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up. I was very uncomfortable with it.
Every time. Look at him shaking his head. This is like almost like somebody who has a chance to like tell everything that somebody has been doing because they know that they're protected, or you know what I'm saying, or that everybody is watching or listening, so they know, you know what I'm saying. So he feels very, very shielded and comfortable and open to come out because he has all of our attention. Now, right prior to this, he started this talking about his diagnosis and the process that he's getting ready to undergo to have his prostatectomy. I don't even know what it's called. Forgive me, but he's having like his entire prostate removed through his abdomen, and it's a robotic assisted surgery. And so he was just kind of showing us that, and it was very, very humbling to watch that, right? And now to get all of our attention and to air this woman's dirty laundry, baby. Funky, you have got to be one of those smartest, okay? If not just highly pissed off and not to be effed with individuals I have ever met. Like, this is completely diabolical. Okay, keep watching.
And tell it. If we're going to tell it, let's tell it all. So since you were throwing a party for a friend's birthday party, do y'all want to know why I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house?
Why?
Because after her and Mendices got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there private.
Did you hear what he just said? He said because they were so nasty in their car, ain't no way Tamar wanted me to follow her in that house. They was really finna do some things. If they did all that in the Uber in front of me, what did you think was gonna happen when they got back to? I didn't want to be in the midst of that mess. Keep going.
That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar.
Why did he point up first and then he pointed down? You know why? Because she lived and went upstairs with that man to do unspeakable things. And then he pointed down to the ground like you went up to go down. Okay. So I was going the away. Okay. Listen.
Mars house. I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn.
Y'all, I'm about to choke on the piece of chocolate I just put in my mouth. First of all, Funky. The way he made it sound was like he ran for his ever-loving life because there were some unspeakable things getting ready to go down upstairs. Okay, let's keep listening.
Uber and y'all ass was kissing, okay? And the shit made me damn uncomfortable, okay?
Ooh.
Now, if anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendices and his best friend, because they was the ones who went upstairs.
Okay, let me tell you something right now. I don't know what went down, but I know it was unspeakable. Can I tell you this? First of all, what best friend is going upstairs with you with a woman that you were just making out with in the Uber? Public show of affection. And now you're going upstairs with two men. I know exactly what was going on, and I feel so sad for Tamar. I feel so sad for Tamar that she is willing to do whatever, whenever, with whoever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was involved in some unspeakable things, I'm sure. I don't know this for a fact. It's alleged. Keep listening. But look at Dineva's expressions. Just look at them.
Yes, with you.
It's because Dineva.
Yeah, boy, or what?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. But if anybody need to be investigated on what happened to you in your damn teeth, it need to be Mendices and his friend, because that's who went upstairs with you.
Okay, now look at his face. He looks disgusted. He looks very frustrated that the completely wrong narrative has gone out. This girl is now going on a campaign acting like she's a victim when she knew exactly what was going on. And if I was Yandy girl, Yandy girl. Like I say, Yandy, all Yandy need to do is go to a health spa. You know what I'm saying? A good gynecologist. Go to a health spa. Get her a good herbalist. Okay? And get all her good friends and her kids around her. And I think she's probably doing all of those things. It shows on her. She is glowing. Have y'all seen Yandy lately? She don't look like J-Lo looked when J-Lo got dumped. And Yandy, I don't think got dumped. I think Yandy did the dumping. And Yandy is so wise. And even if Yandy didn't dump anybody, Yandy is boosting herself. She's loving on herself. So Mendices is a joke. He does not deserve Yandy to even look at him as an option. But we know we love who we love, right? Like this. I got to deal with commercials.
That's who went upstairs.
Okay, so let's get back to it.
With you. Okay?
Wait.
That's who went upstairs with you. Okay? All the phone calls I got at the V12. Is Tamar drunk? Why is she sitting on Mendices' lap like this? Why is she sitting on Mendices' lap? And see, here's the thing. I hate that I even chose to go this route because it follows the narrative of, oh, he just a messy sissy who couldn't wait to get Mad Day to tell her business, keep the messy punks from around you. Like, it would seem to me, Tamar, if you knew that I was holding on to all of this, that you would just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Baby, you didn't throw no party for me. If anything, you threw a pre-party for Mandisi.
Oh, and there it is, y'all. She set this up as a premeditated wingman situation to sleep with somebody else's husband at 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Because he the one who went back up.
And y'all know everything in Atlanta is closed at 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Keep going.
Stairs with you. That lady husband. And see, y'all be around here in these blogs and shit thinking y'all be knowing what y'all be talking about. Folks be eating me up. And I just be sitting there. If only y'all knew. If only y'all knew. He's such a bad friend. If she was...
First of all, I will tell you hands down, the LGBTQ community are probably some of the best friends that you could ever have in life. Okay, next.
Why he didn't go upstairs with her? That faggot just want to be around her. He just want to be around her because of XYZ. A real friend would have went upstairs with her. I didn't need to go upstairs with her because that lady husband went upstairs.
You hear that? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yes, with her. You absolutely right. A real friend would have went upstairs. Her real friend went upstairs with her.
Okay. Preach. Dineva. Literally preach.
Hold on 1 second. This is my auntie nursing home.
Okay.
Quentin Latham.
Hi, good evening. I'm calling from Villa Maria Nursing Center, and I'm just double checking if you were informed about Miss Louise Caroline that needs midline put in so she could have her ID.
About the...
Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry if I'm smacking. I'm eating a dark chocolate with caramel snowman. Oh,
gifts for the outdoors and the outdoorsy. Eddie Bauer.
The whole thing was the fact that...
Hold on.
You don't get to go around and create media shitstorms that involve other people without their permission. That whole, my teeth fell out, and I don't know what happened. Tamar, like, sis. And then you had that Spanish lady make that video down in Miami lying. There is nobody who had the amount of trauma that you had that healed that quickly. You know what happened when it's time to be messy. You know what happened when it's time to be mean. You know what happened when it's time to hide the fact that you was messing with Yandy's husband. You know what happened when it's time for y'all to sneak in and out of places at different times to not be caught with people, but you don't know what happened in your own damn house while that man was up there with you. Now you don't know what happened. So with that being said, now I give everybody permission to now paint me as the messy faggot. I'll be that.
Yo, keep going.
Simply do was put y'all leave Funky alone, me and Funky cool. You didn't even want to do that. Then when you went and did it, you took it down the next day. Like, and granted, there is a world where people can say, well, Q, you know, I get it. Some people did not know until I addressed it. But for the record, she went out and said she almost died. I had 7,000 people waiting in the doggone thing because they knew we were together the night before, waiting for me to tell what happened. And
Okay, now to his defense, this is exactly what happened. He was brought into it just because he was there, y'all. And she's a freaking celebrity. She's a celebrity. And then all this mess hit. He was there. She knew that everybody knew he was there. She made a big scene, right? So it was going to hit the blogs. It was going to hit the social media. It was going to be out there in the streets. It was going to be public, right? So this is what she wanted. Let's keep going.
And I said, I don't know what happened to the lady. I said, baby, I went home. That lady went upstairs. I went home. I don't know what happened to that lady. Now, I understand that in the wake of some people not knowing who I am and not knowing how we speak in Miami, coupled with the fact that Tamar got on the internet and pretended like she almost died, I get the outrage. People are like, how is he referring to her so dismissively as that lady or whatever? And what y'all don't know, what you know now is the reason why I was referring to her so dismissively is because I knew deep down in my soul hadn't shit happened to her ass.
Thank you. Thank you. He knew that nothing happened to her, that this was another one of her schematics, okay? And that he was a part of the BS and she wasn't doing anything to squash it. So why should he? Keep going.
Had nothing happened to her ass. It would seem to me, before you get on the internet and try to tell people you almost died, that you would have called Olivia Benson from Law and Order to figure out what happened to your ass. We months down the line, you don't start a whole media shitstorm and you still talking about you don't know what happened to your ass? And you didn't think to maybe figure out what happened to your ass before you ran on the internet? I told you a long time ago, I'm not them. I'm not your support staff. I'm not none of them broke sissies that be around you for clout, that need you for money, that need you to pay the tab. I don't need nothing from you and never needed anything from you. I was your friend genuinely. And I'm still hurt by all of this. I'm still hurt by all of this because I don't like how you trying to flip it and make it seem like I did you wrong.
Crazy. Makes no sense. What's she trying to cover?
The only person who was did wrong in this situation is Yandy. And I'm going to leave it at that. Moving right along.
Moving along, bitch. So we are going to pretty much in our chit-chat session. I just kind of wanted to prerequisite the situation with that because I definitely feel as though this started off premeditated. Funky Dineva was collateral damage. It was a plot. He was unknown. He was an unbeknownst wingman, and her and Mendices were hiding some other extra illicit behaviors. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of oracle messages here and a little bit of tarot, and we're going to see exactly what was going on. So first question, was this premeditated? Okay. Did Tamar premeditate this situation, okay, as a cover? Did Tamar premeditate this situation as a cover? Okay. So, suffering in silence, y'all. Let me get this off the screen real quick. 1 second. All right. So, suffering in silence is what we have here, you guys. Unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Yes, there was definitely an energy of things unspoken. It was premeditated. Under the deck, we have glow up. So this person was trying to get a come up, or she was trying to get the spotlight or the attention turned onto her because of some new opportunity that was coming. And we all know that she was launching this album. And everybody knows now that these celebrities will do these crazy outlandish things right before an album launch because it gets their name into circulation and it's better for sales. What a whack way of living, right? There should be other ways that you can get your name out there other than degrading yourself and humiliating yourself. Okay, in this case, she was secretly doing this and using someone else, putting someone else through this tactic or this humiliation ritual because she wanted to come up. She wanted to have this come up. So definitely energy of things being premeditated. Let's look at the tarot messages here. All right, tell me about suffering in silence here and glow up. Tell me about suffering in silence and glow up. Okay, so we have the star. Look at this, y'all. I cannot make it up. I can't make this up. First card out, the star, the spotlight, wanting to be the center of attention, the attraction, what everyone is seeing, what everyone is talking about. This is what this person had in mind when this whole situation started, was the fact that they wanted to become famous. Under the deck, we have the Six of Wands. And once again, very public facing, somebody who is doing things to boost their ego, right? So that people are looking at them. You see what I'm saying? They want people to see them, and they also want to be successful. This is talking about being successful if you're seen more. So that's that. This person thought and feels as though if the attention is on them, whether it's good or bad, okay, the world will want more. Baby, you don't understand. You don't understand the time and the situation right now. We look at the economy right now and look at where things are headed. It's not the same. Look at the person that just got sued for disillusionment of a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Being responsible for a marriage splitting up. I mean, this woman's going to be paying for the rest of her life. So, like, we're not looking at these whole cheaters, double life livers the same way. Okay, because people got too much to lose and too much that they are fighting for and working for to sit here and play these types of games. So when it comes to this, you're not getting the attention that you want here. I don't see her getting the attention that she wants. Look, we have the Five of Wands, y'all. I'm telling you, this is not the kind of attention that she is looking for. This talks about competition, conflict, constantly causing conflict or having conflict in your relationships to gain attention or so that people will look at you. But it's not helping you. It's causing stress. It's causing problems for you. Do you see what I'm saying? This isn't a good look. It's causing people to look at you as like a shit starter or someone that causes trouble everywhere you go. Okay, when it comes to relationships, bro, like not good energy. All right, so yes, it was premeditated, and this is the reason. Okay, so what is the next question? Let's just skip straight to it. So what was taking place upstairs? Yo, this is crazy. I don't like getting in people's, but I do when it's like a situation like this, like you're trying to live two lives, like a tale of two cities. You're trying to be two different people and you're creating a narrative and you got whole, girls looking up to you. And I think you're, This isn't right. So what was it that was taking place upstairs in that apartment when Dineva, got back to Tamar's place that Dineva didn't want to go in? Okay. What was it that was taking place that kept Dineva from wanting to go in? Paranoid, okay? Cautious, insecure, and guarded. Okay? And under the deck, toxic. Okay, listen, y'all, I cannot make this up. Okay, baby? I cannot make it up. There was something toxic going on, and he knew that, he probably, he was going to be in a situation where people didn't want him to see certain things. They were going to be very guarded, or people were already being guarded about what they were doing. And he picked up on that energy and was like, look, I'm going to go that way. Y'all go do what you do. I'm not about that life. I don't even want to be a part of this. This is this one lady husband, and you've been to go up here and commit all kinds of ungodly things with this person. And I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not your lookout. I'm not your wingman. I'm not your any of that. I am up is what I am, and look, exhausted. I'm tired of this. I don't want to put up with this anymore. I'm done. It was too much. He was burnt out at this point. He had to go. It was toxic. It was getting crazy, and he did not want to be a part of the ick. I don't blame you, Funky. I do not blame you. Wow. Oh, tell me about paranoid and toxic, please. Tell me about paranoid and toxic. Paranoid and toxic. Tell me about paranoid and toxic. Yeah, two. So we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. Okay, so this talks about something that's about to change and go in a completely different direction here. And we have the Four of Wands, which reflects or refers to someone who's committed in a committed relationship. Okay, and under the deck, we have the Queen of Cups here with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it was going to be a problem, baby. And I want to know who the Queen of Cups is. I want to know if Yandy's a Cancer, y'all. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, she's a Pisces. She's a water sign. Okay, don't play with me. She is a freaking water sign. Hold on, let me check something else. Tamar is a Pisces as well. So Mandisi's got a thing for Pisces, y'all. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I knew I was feeling that water energy here. Hold on. And this dude is a Scorpio. No freaking wonder. No wonder. Secretive. October the 26th, y'all. I was married to a Scorpio. Lord Jesus. Help Andy. So Scorpio men, y'all. I don't know. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands here Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So that is Yandy's energy here. And we have the Knight of Wands here. This is under the deck. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands, things are getting ready to change. They're paranoid because they know that this Queen of Cups is about to find out, and this Queen of Cups don't play. Yandy don't play. Yandy look like Yandy can pretty much hold her own. I want to know how Yandy's foot got hurt too, y'all. I guess I can ask. How did Yandy's foot get hurt? I mean, did Yandy go toe to toe with Tamar? Like, literally, how did Yandy's foot get hurt? Y'all, look at this. First card out, consequence. You see how she's look like she's been in a fight? Consequences, y'all. Bad choices, games, mixed signals, and then we got established. She was married. Consequences of in with somebody who is settled down in a commitment, in a relationship. You know what? I feel like Yandy went toe to toe. We got lust here under the deck, baby. Ooh. Oh. Please don't tell me Yandy pulled up on this, because the people were calling Dineva on the phone asking why was old girl sitting in this dude's lap. You know that the phone calls were going to Yandy. Tell me about consequences with established and lust here for what happened in Yandy's foot, y'all. Don't. Please don't. I hope her foot didn't get ran over with like the wheel of somebody's car. You know what I'm saying? I can only see like Tamar trying to get away in her car after this fight took place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Or either Yandy hurt her foot in the fight, or, you know. Let's tell me about consequences and established here with lust. What does this have to do with Yandy's injury, her foot injury? Tell me about consequences. So we have, y'all, the Four of Cups was the first card out. Hold on. We have the King of Cups here that just fell on the floor. And we have the Six of Swords. This is someone trying to get away quickly. The King of Cups, also an energy of traveling, somebody traveling, perhaps in a car. The Four of Cups is also someone who is separating themselves or trying to distance themselves from a situation. Like somebody was trying to get away. And I feel like they ran over a foot. Y'all, under the deck, we have the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords with the Five of Cups. Yo. I feel like this is someone, this person was trying to get away because they were scared. They were anxious. They were worried because they knew that they had just messed with this person's husband. And they were trying to get away. They were trying to get to a place where they felt safe here with the Two of Wands. This is a safe place. A safe zone. Page of Swords, an energy of someone anxious. Also, a third party could have reached out and called this person and said, listen, Yandy is on the way there. You need to get out of there. And we have the Five of Cups here. So, yeah. Someone was trying to create some distance. They were traveling. They were going somewhere. They were moving fast, traveling fast, and she hurt her foot in the process. Because, y'all, this foot injury came up right after this, y'all. I'm not going to sit here and mince things, but whatever. Let's move on. Let's move on, y'all. because this is just absolutely insane. Insane right now. So, oh my gosh. So how did Tamar's mouth get? How did she hurt herself? Or was that a story? Was that a story she made up? Like, how did she hurt herself or get injuries that way? And then they said she was healed. So was this fake? Did she fake it? Did she fake the injury? Did Tamar fake the injury? Did Tamar fake the injury? So we have freedom here. Casual, being single, and lightness. So like downplaying a situation, being very casual about it. Okay. The dragonfly here, lighthearted, y'all. Look at this. I cannot make this up. Look at this. Casual and lightness. And then the next card is freaking dragonfly, and lighthearted is the first thing. So there was an energy of downplaying a situation or acting like it wasn't really as big of a deal as it was. Like, I feel like if it was such a big deal, why didn't you call the police? Okay. Under the deck, we have young male. We have talking and karmic relationship, you guys, with backstabbing. Oh my God. So she was messing around with this dude, with Mendices. I don't know what happened. There was a situation. I feel like her and Mendices were talking with karmic relationship. I feel like in backstabbing, I feel like that's the situation where Mendices probably lied or stabbed her in the back or told a lie. You know what I'm saying? And didn't like try to protect her. He tried to protect himself here. And stabbing her in the back. This is a shocking attack, y'all. Do you see that? Shocking attack. I don't know if Mendices like attacked her. I don't know if there was some kind of drug-fueled argument that took place. Okay, when the shit started to hit the fan. We have picture underneath the deck and Ice Queen, y'all. Did somebody send a picture to Yandy? Did somebody text Yandy a picture of what was taking place at that club that night with her sitting in Mendices' lap? Is that why Yandy showed up to beat that? And they're trying to protect, because I would protect Yandy too. Period. Because first of all, you cheating. You deserve everything that you're getting right now, Mendices and Tamar. Dirty, 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 lousy. Tell me about Free and Dragonfly being lighthearted. Tell me about Free and Dragonfly. Yeah. Tell me about Free and Dragonfly. So we have the Death card in the reverse, y'all. This is crazy. So this is an energy of some sort of a negative situation. This also is someone who is trying to delay something, or they're being stagnant, like they're not doing something. They're not doing something. They're being very casual and lighthearted about it. They're not doing anything about it. Like there's an energy of, if this was true, then you would have called the police. If this was true, like Funky Dineva said, you would have been, calling law and order and asking them to get in on this to try to help you figure out what the hell happened to you? See, devil underneath the deck, y'all. Come on. I felt this. This is toxic. This is toxic. This is someone who is holding on or behaving in toxic patterns. This is something that this person does often. Seven of Swords. This was all a lie. This was made up. The Nine of Swords, because she was basically sleeping and betraying someone, right? So they had to create a lie, a bigger lie, something that was more shocking and unbelievable to cover up or to create a diversion. This was a diversion tactic, y'all. It was a diversion tactic. Her and this young man talked about this. They talked about how they would go in on this whole scheme, and I feel like something went wrong with karmic relationship and backstabbing. And I feel like there was some pictures that was sent to Yandy. Yandy found out about it, and Yandy came and beat that. And Mendices went home with Yandy after that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Mendices got his ass kicked to the curb too. All right. Tell me about talking, young man, and talking. Like, was this something that they agreed to do prior to create some sort of diversion? Yeah, we have the Two of Swords. So definitely a hidden decision was made, and we have the Queen of Swords, right? So this talks about knowing. This talks about someone who is communicating, okay? And they're communicating on like above the clouds. There's an energy of being above the clouds or above people's heads, okay? So there's some sort of hidden decision to go over someone's head and tell this lie or come up with this whole narrative, guys. This is all about creating a narrative and making a decision, okay, prior to, because this talks about decisions being made. The Two of Swords is hiding. It's a decision that no one can really see being made. Okay, under the deck, the Emperor. See, this was a controlled effort on the part of these two, okay? This was a controlled effort, y'all. We have the Chariot falling behind, and this is an energy of someone who was also very ambitious. They were wanting to do something. This talks about self-control or controlling the narrative without anyone else being involved in the situation. So this was a secret plot that they came up with, okay? They came up with to control where this went. They wanted to put wheels on this that they could control. They wanted to be able to steer the narrative, okay? Control where this horse was going, because they knew it was going somewhere. They knew it was going to get out. I feel like pictures were already revealed. Something was going to get out. So they came up with this little lie, and they're still trying to run with it. Tell me about karmic relationship and backstabbing. Karmic relationship and backstabbing. And we have the Knight of Swords. So this is a game changer. This is also an energy of someone who is, going in, moving very quickly to try to go in a different direction. So they're basically trying to change the narrative, right? They're trying to change the narrative. Karmic relationship and backstabbing. This is someone who is basically told a lie, and now they have to go and clean it up by telling more lies, okay? Under the deck, Justice. Look, y'all. Karmic freaking relationship. Karmic relationship, y'all. If this isn't full circle, I don't know what isn't. But tell me about Picture and Ice Queen. Did Yandy see a picture of these two at the club that night? So we have the Eight of Cups here. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. This is someone who is like emotionally overwhelmed and like literally just can't deal with it anymore. I feel like Yandy saw this. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. And look, we have the freaking Two of Cups, and it was going in the reverse, y'all. So this person, I feel like here, Yandy is finding out that her person is cheating. She's finding out with the Two of Cups in the reverse that this person has lied. They have broken promises, right? And that's why Yandy just went full Ice Queen on this bitch. Seriously. Underneath the deck, we have the Hanged Man here and the Moon. All right. So this is what's interesting, because the Hanged Man, first of all, represents not being sure of what's happening after this, not knowing what direction you're going to go. I feel like there's just a sense of her. She just kind of lost it. She thought about everything she had sacrificed for this person, and now this person is cheating with the Moon. Now this person is lying. Now this person, this is uncertainty on top of uncertainty. I feel like in this moment, Yandy just went red or black, whatever it is that they say happens when you forget about what happens next, because that's what I feel like happened. Yeah, Page of Pentacles and the Magician. Yeah, I don't know what happens next. I just know that it went down. It went down. Okay. So just count on the fact that Yandy got her licks back. She hurt her foot, but she got what she needed in the process, and hopefully she finds some closure in this situation. But y'all, this is just so utterly disgusting and gross. But she really did throw Funky Dineva under the bus. He was definitely collateral damage. Let's look to see. Was Funky Dineva collateral damage in this situation? It already says that it was premeditated, so I feel like we should ask a different question. What karma will Tamar have to face? What is Tamar's karma in this situation? I'm going to split the deck here. All right, so we have self-indulgence here. Okay, on one side, we have true gem on the other side. Self-indulgence. Okay, so basically, this talks about having to do shadow work, finding self-value. So basically, there's an energy of needing time to heal. Take time out to heal, do shadow work, figure out what is important to life. Okay, like figure it out, girl. But on the other side, we have true gem here. Valuable quality jewelry. Open relationship. And young female and career. Okay, so this I feel, and let's look here, self-indulgence, travel, clock, and then we have mask. Yeah, she's going to gaslight the situation. She's going to be delusional. She's going to pretend that she's healing, doing self-work or doing things to heal. She's going to be traveling. There's an energy of, with clock here, this talks about taking time out to heal, right? But there's a mask being worn here. This isn't true. She's not there. The thing is that others need to heal from the things that she has done. And whatever it is that she needs healing from are things that she's done to herself, y'all. So I see her, living a very open lifestyle and, kind of hiding behind her career, or that being a catalyst to why she's living this lifestyle. We have jewelry here. Like she's very, very much into, having things, you know what I mean? Yeah, money is definitely an overwhelming factor for her. And it's what basically gives her confidence and makes her feel valuable. Look, it says youthful music and fashion, y'all. Look at that. I can't make this up if I tried. And then we freaking have career, music career. Y'all, look at this. I could not make it up. These cards didn't know that we were talking about a music artist, or did they know? Did the cards know? Love, call, mirror, and wallflower and passion. Yeah, she's going to completely evade or avoid getting the help that she needs until it's ultimately like things are going to kind of blow up. And I feel like she's going to be forced to. I feel like she's going to be forced to. She's going to refuse to look into the mirror. And then with passion and control here, mature man and twin flames, I feel like she's going to be forced to. She may meet someone that actually is a responsible, mature, true, loving person that may actually force her to look in the mirror and see all the issues she actually has. So it's going to take a real one to wake this girl up, because she is very lost right now. Okay. She is very lost. On the other side of it, we have cut down. We have dating here. Look, we have not enough here. And we have brunette females. So I wonder if she is like brunette. You guys, if she's like naturally brunette. But she's not going to be satisfied here. Cut down, not enough. She's not going to be with cut down and dating. It's like everyone that she's dating, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a problem. She's going to end up cutting out or separating. This says stop the pattern. Stop the pattern, bro. Okay. Silent treatment. She needs to stop dating, period. Tamar needs to date herself and her therapist for several years, probably. You know what I mean? And like her children, because it's never going to be, she's never going to get what she's looking for. But until she gets back to her true self, which she's not a true blonde, but when she gets back to her true self, I feel mentally, that's when abundance is going to come in. But I feel like she has this addiction that she's dealing with, and she's addicted to having these fast relationships where she's loving hard, but she's falling hard. You see what I'm saying? And you see this blonde female here, see, avoiding or evading what the true situation is because she's searching for a soulmate. You see what I'm saying? She's spending so much time looking for the wrong things instead of healing that addiction, that issue that she really is dealing with that may stem from her childhood, that she needs to face, and that maybe some of the other Braxtons need to face. I don't know. But somebody get this child some help. And I'm going to conclude the reading at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of Conspiracy Theories on Tarot Talk Live. I will be doing more episodes like this where I do vlogging, and we will be looking at some other third-party information as it pertains to the readings that we are doing. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know. Hit the like button, you guys. And check out my other channels. I will see you guys in the next reading. Please check out the other conspiracy theory episodes that we have in the playlist. There's lots there to choose from. And I will see you guys back a little bit later. We've got some tea, y'all, because we're going to be going over some stuff with Trump and his past with his ex-wives. But we'll talk about that later. All right, guys. See you then. Bye.